What if I told you the version of yourself you've been defending is the very thing holding you hostage? You don't need more time. You need one ruthless decision and 7 unforgiving days to back it up. No sugarcoating, no soft starts. This is not self-improvement. It's self-demolition. Day 1. Destroy the old you before you build, you burn. Today isn't about change. It's about elimination. Rip up the habits that make you weak. Call out the stories you hide behind. That voice that says, "I'll start tomorrow." Mute it. Comfort zones aren't safe. They're slow suicide. You're not stuck. You're loyal to a pattern that no longer serves you. The truth? You've outgrown who you were, but you keep wearing it like it still fits. Time to undress the excuses. Get brutally honest. Where are you lying to yourself? What's stealing your energy? What harmless habit is actually the anchor? You want a reset button? This is it. Write down every toxic behavior, every fear-drenched excuse, then commit to never feeding them again. Don't mourn the old version of you. Celebrate its death. It was only built to survive. You're here to lead, to conquer, to break through, not break down. Discomfort is the price of evolution. Most people flinch. You won't. Why? Because you're done pretending you don't know what's wrong. Because you're finally pissed off enough to change it. The shift doesn't take years. It takes today. The second you decide this is your last day being average, everything starts to move, not gradually, violently. Power doesn't wait, and neither should you. Today, you don't just start over. You erase the blueprint, and you rebuild with fire in your chest and truth in your mirror. This isn't motivation. This is the manual. Jordan, true story. Day 1, the funeral of your old self. Write it down. Every excuse, every habit, every little voice that kept you small. Now destroy it, burn it, rip it. Bury it in the backyard like a crime scene you don't want traced. This isn't cute journaling. This is a psychological exorcism, a message to your subconscious. We're done playing weak. That act alone, it's not just symbolic. It stamps a new identity on your brain. This is the start of your rebirth. You're not hoping to change. You're committing to it like your life depends on it, because it does. And no, the war doesn't end today. This is trench warfare with your old self. It will beg to come back when you're tired, when you're stressed, when no one's watching. But from this moment forward, your every choice needs to answer one question. Does this move me closer to who I'm becoming? The old you is officially past tense. When doubt shows up, remember, you crossed the line already. The door behind you, gone, burned, history. Now take inventory, brutally honest inventory. What's been sabotaging your potential? Waking up late? Doom scrolling till 2 a.m.? Fake friendships that suck your energy like emotional vampires? Write them down, all of it. Smoking, procrastination, self-pity. Then decide today they die. Look at your emotional addictions too. What's your drug of escape? Food, Netflix, Instagram reels at 1 a.m. while convincing yourself it's just for 5 minutes. Name them. Cut them. Starve the things feeding your stagnation. Delete the apps. Block the sites. Set fire to the distractions. If someone drains your energy more than a dead phone battery, cut the cord. Boundaries aren't rude. They're survival. Clear the clutter. Your space should look like your future, not your past. You can't grow in a room filled with ghosts. Then write a resignation letter to your old self. Thank them for getting you here, then tell them respectfully but firmly, you're done. Burn the letter. Watch the smoke rise like a signal to the universe. This chapter is closed. Day 2. Physical reinvention begins. Let's get one thing straight. Your body is your billboard. And right now, it's advertising how serious you are about your life. If you look soft, it means you've been living soft. If you move like you're made of molasses, guess what? Your mind is probably dragging too. Your body is not decoration, it's discipline in physical form. So today, we switch on beast mode. Start moving like you mean it. Straight spine, shoulders back. Walk like you own the ground you step on. Fuel your body like it's a high-performance machine, not a junk drawer for dopamine hits. Train like every rep is a statement. This is who I am now. The ancient Stoics weren't jacked by accident. Seneca fasted, exposed himself to the cold, voluntarily chose discomfort, not to suffer, but to build the mental armor life demands. They called it premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of misfortune. They practiced pain so they wouldn't flinch when the real thing came. You want peace of mind? Earn it through battle with your body. Discipline in motion becomes strength in thought. This isn't about abs, it's about armor. Let's talk about discipline, specifically the kind that goes beyond just forcing yourself out of bed at 5 a.m. What if I told you that a complete mental and physical transformation begins with a simple shift in perspective? It all starts with embracing discomfort. Sounds counterintuitive, right? But hear me out. Voluntary discomfort is a Stoic principle. The Stoics didn't shy away from challenges, they leaned into them. They understood that avoiding hardship weakens you, while facing it head-on builds strength. So, here's the kicker. Your body isn't just a vessel for your mind, it's the foundation of your transformation. And no, it's not about flexing for the gram or impressing the neighbors. It's about mastering your mind through your body. The body mirrors discipline in thought. How you treat your body reflects how you treat your mind. You want to build resilience? It starts with movement. Every drop of sweat, every aching muscle, every time you push beyond your limits, you're building more than muscle. You're building mental fortitude. Imagine a life where your body's strength matches the power of your mindset. The Stoics weren't playing when they said comfort is the enemy of growth. You want to become unrecognizable in a week? Start by embracing discomfort. Train as if you're preparing for battle, not just against physical exhaustion, but against the temptations of weakness, self-doubt, and complacency. Push yourself to your limits. Break through every mental barrier that tells you to quit. Because here's the truth. Every great transformation begins in the body. And when you condition your body to endure, your mind will follow. Physical endurance isn't about just getting through a workout. It's about challenging your mind to endure, too. Push yourself harder, run faster, train longer. If your body can handle the physical discomfort, your mind will start to see life's challenges as manageable hurdles instead of insurmountable obstacles. Whether it's lifting weights or taking cold showers, every action is a lesson in willpower, a lesson in enduring discomfort. And for those of you thinking, well, I'm not in my 20s anymore, don't worry. Physical transformation isn't just for the young and spry. If you're in your later years, a simple daily goal, like walking, stretching, or light resistant training, will do wonders for your body and mind. Consistency is key. It's the small, daily habits that compound into long-term results. Focus on building strength, mobility, and flexibility. These exercises will keep your joints healthy, your body strong, and your mind focused. Make movement a part of your daily routine, whether it's dancing, swimming, or just a long walk. But what you put into your body is just as important. Let go of the foods that slow you down, processed junk, sugar, and alcohol. These substances create a fog in your mind, drag down your energy, and sabotage your progress. It's time to fuel your body with whole foods, lean protein, fresh vegetables, fruits, and plenty of water. Hydrate. Your brain needs it to stay sharp, and your body needs it to recover. Drinking water is not just a hydration thing, it's a performance thing. It sharpens your focus, stabilizes your mood, and enhances your overall ability to handle stress. Make it a habit to mindfully eat. Slow down. Feel the food you're putting in your body. Be conscious of how it makes you feel. Every bite is a choice, and that choice, it's shaping the person you're becoming. Build a ritual around it. Fuel your body and your mind with intention. Your transformation starts with awareness, and every conscious decision you make brings you closer to becoming the best version of yourself. Remember, transformation isn't just about aesthetics. It's about self-discipline, endurance, and pushing your limits. It's about taking control of your mind, your body, and your future. It's not easy, but it's worth it. So, what are you waiting for? Your transformation starts now. Here's the reality check. You can't expect to change everything if you don't start treating your body like a temple. Step 1. Savor your food. Forget the mindless snacking or eating just to pass the time. Fuel your body with intention. You're not eating for comfort or boredom. You're eating to thrive. You need to eliminate distractions in your diet and stick to the basics. Clean, high-protein meals that give you energy, not a sugar crash. And forget processed junk. It's time to cut out the bad stuff and replace it with food that powers you. Now, let's talk about pushing your body to its limit. Whether you're walking, running, lifting, or boxing, set a workout routine. Make it non-negotiable. You're not doing it just to look better. You're doing it to feel better. You're building a new foundation. The transformation isn't just physical, it's mental. That's when you start seeing the shift. Look at yourself in the mirror and then take a before picture. Do it now. Compare it a week from now. The difference? It's going to shock you. The next piece of this puzzle? Your mind. If you want to be unrecognizable, your mindset needs a major overhaul. It's not about thinking a little differently. It's about rewiring your entire perception of yourself and the world around you. Every thought, every belief, every automatic reaction. You have the power to control it. Your mind has been running a program, and it's time to hit reset. Start questioning everything. Why do you believe what you believe? Who told you that you couldn't do more, achieve more, be more? Get rid of the limiting beliefs that have been running your life. Tear them down one by one. This is the crucial first step. But recognizing the problem isn't enough. You need action. Real transformation starts when you stop letting your old mental programs dictate your life. The Stoics were onto something big when they said that our perception shapes our experience. If you master your mind, you master your life. Take control of your reactions. Life will throw challenges at you, that's a given. But how you respond is the game changer. Stoics believed in voluntary discomfort, things like fasting, sleeping on the floor, or exposing yourself to the cold. It wasn't about suffering. It was about showing your mind that comfort isn't necessary for growth. The more discomfort you embrace, the stronger you become. Now, let's talk about inner dialogue. What you say to yourself matters. Instead of, I can't, say, I will figure it out. Instead of, I don't know, say, I'll learn. Your words create your reality. They shape your identity. If you speak weakly, you'll act weakly. But if you speak with confidence, your actions will reflect that strength. The Stoics knew this. They also emphasized being present, staying grounded in the moment and not letting life's chaos control you. Training yourself to focus on what you can control is how you build unshakable mental resilience. So, what are you waiting for? The journey starts now. No excuses. If you want a life that stands out, you need to stop reacting to everything like a knee-jerk reflex and start responding with purpose. The Stoics knew this. When life throws a curveball, don't let your emotions steer the ship. Stay calm, stay collected, and make decisions based on wisdom, not feelings. The key is cultivating amor fati, the love of fate. Stop resisting the challenges that come your way. Instead, embrace them. Every setback, it's an opportunity to grow. Once you see every event as a step towards your transformation, the fear, frustration, and doubt that used to hold you back start to vanish. When you integrate Stoic wisdom into your mindset, your mental resilience becomes a force of nature. Life can throw its worst at you, but you won't just survive, you'll thrive. In fact, you'll welcome the struggle because you know that strength is forged in adversity. The Stoics had a phrase for this: memento mori, the reminder that life is short and shouldn't be wasted. This isn't about fear, it's about urgency. Every moment spent hesitating, trapped in fear or doubt, is a moment you'll never get back. The Stoics would tell you, act with purpose. Live each day as if it's your last chance to improve, because it very well could be. Waiting for the perfect moment is a trap. There's no such thing. The only thing you control is how you respond. So, embrace discomfort. Train your mind to see every obstacle as an opportunity and take full ownership of your reactions. This is the path to mental mastery, and it's how you transform your life from the inside out. To truly live with the Stoic mindset is to accept full responsibility for your life's direction. No setback, no challenge, no external force gets to define who you are. Only you have that power. The Stoics believe that true freedom comes from mastering yourself. Once you do, you're unshakable. Your mind becomes your most powerful asset, guiding you through any challenge with clarity, purpose, and strength. Rewiring your brain for success isn't a passive process. You need to be deliberate. Start feeding your mind high-quality information that aligns with your new identity. Read books that challenge you, watch videos that expand your perspective, and surround yourself with people who elevate your thinking. Cut out the content that keeps you stuck in your old patterns. This isn't just about avoiding negativity, it's about actively choosing what influences your thoughts and decisions. Journaling is a game changer. Track your progress, write down your thoughts, and actively rewrite the limiting beliefs that hold you back. Every time you face fear and push past it, you weaken its grip on you. Your resilience builds piece by piece. The Stoics didn't run from suffering, they embraced it as a tool for growth. So, make it a point to seek out discomfort. Cold showers, intense workouts, intermittent fasting, these aren't just tough. They're deliberate tests of your willpower, preparing you for the bigger battles ahead. Visualization is another powerful tool. Spend a few minutes each day seeing yourself as the person you want to become. How do they walk? How do they talk? What decisions do they make? Your mind doesn't know the difference between reality and imagination. So by visualizing your future self, you're programming your brain to turn that vision into reality. Pair this with affirmations, positive, action-driven thoughts that keep you on track. Speak to yourself like the person you're becoming, not the person you've been. Your new identity isn't some far-off goal. It's something you must start embodying today. Adjust your habits to reflect the person you want to be. Monitor your daily actions, thoughts, and decisions. Your brain is a pattern machine. If you repeat the behaviors of your future self long enough, you'll inevitably become that person. The transformation doesn't happen overnight, but it starts now. You're one decision away from a whole new life. Everything starts in your mind. The moment you control your thoughts, you control your reality. The key? Rewire your mind to operate on a whole new level. Don't waste time on distractions. Feed your brain high-level knowledge. Books on strategy, discipline, self-mastery. These aren't just words, they're your roadmap. Meditate to sharpen your clarity. When you can control your mind, you'll see that every action you take aligns with your highest potential. Now ditch weak language. I can't. I don't know. And maybe are gone. Start speaking with certainty. Write down the mindset of the person you want to become. How do they think? How do they act? What do they tolerate? You're not waiting for transformation to happen. You're stepping into it right now. Live as though you already are that person. It's time to redefine how you show up in the world, how you project yourself. Social presence isn't just about how you look. It's about how you feel, how you make others feel. When you walk into a room, do you exude authority, confidence, and a sense of purpose? Or do you fade into the background? Your voice, your body language, your energy, all of it sends a message. Speak with clarity, stand tall, and get rid of hesitation. The power of silence is incredible. Command attention without filling the space with unnecessary words. Deliberate speech and controlled movement are the keys to mastery. Mastering presence isn't about dominating the room. It's about creating an aura of quiet confidence. People will remember how you made them feel, not what you said. So, ground your energy. Let your body language reflect self-assurance, and ensure your presence is felt before you even speak. Study yourself in the mirror. How do you stand, move, make eye contact? Adjust accordingly. Strike a balance between approachability and strength. A powerful presence doesn't scream. It speaks volumes without saying a word. This isn't about arrogance. It's about embodying your worth. It's about carrying yourself with the kind of confidence that says, I know who I am. And the Stoics knew that true presence comes from inner mastery, not external display. Marcus Aurelius said it best, waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. The key to commanding respect isn't arguing over what you believe. It's living in a way that reflects those beliefs. Your posture, your speech, your eye contact, all of it should reflect your inner strength. The Stoics understood that external circumstances should never dictate your inner state. Whether you're surrounded by strangers or with friends, maintain your composure. Your energy shouldn't be reactive. It should be controlled, purposeful. Seneca taught that measured speech carries more power than excessive chatter. Speak deliberately, and ensure your words have weight. The more control you have over how you speak, the more authority and respect you'll command. So here's the challenge. Step into your presence. Speak with power, move with purpose, and own the space you occupy. Your energy should demand attention without trying. It's time to stop blending in and start showing up as the person you were always meant to be. Breathing isn't just something you do. It's a reflection of your inner state. The Stoics mastered controlled breathing to maintain calm under pressure, and it's a game changer. Before you walk into a room, step on stage, or lead a discussion, center yourself. Breathe deeply, collect your thoughts, and then step forward with unshaken resolve. One of the Stoic practices that helps in this is premeditatio malum, the premeditation of adversity. It's all about anticipating challenges before they hit. Whether it's a tough conversation, a high-stakes negotiation, or an intimidating social setting, you prepare mentally so when the moment arrives, you're already ready. Fear? Hesitation? Not today. Commanding presence isn't about forcing people to notice you. It's about making your presence undeniable. It's about embodying discipline, control, and inner peace. When you radiate that, respect follows naturally. The world doesn't respond to how you look or what you say. It responds to the certainty and wisdom that pours from you. You want to be a gravitational force in every room you enter. People should feel your energy before you even speak. But to redefine your presence, you've got to upgrade your internal dialogue. If you think you're insignificant, that belief will show in how you carry yourself and interact with others. Change the script. Tell yourself you belong in every room you step into. Walk into every space like it was meant for you. Visualize yourself as someone of great influence, with unwavering conviction. Speak to yourself like you're the leader of the room. Reinforce your presence with strong, purposeful thoughts. Eliminate anything that diminishes your worth. Confidence comes from within. The story you tell yourself shapes how others perceive you. Now, let's talk about your voice. A commanding voice can make or break your presence. Slow down your speech, articulate your words clearly, and maintain a steady tone. People are drawn to those who speak with conviction. Practice authority in every conversation, in every presentation, in casual interactions. Observe great speakers, the way they pause, the way they pace their words, their unwavering certainty. The power of speech isn't just in what you say, but in how you say it. Master your voice, and your presence will be felt long after you've left the room. Next up, your appearance. Dress for the life you want, not the one you have. Wear clothes that make you feel powerful and put together. A polished appearance not only boosts your confidence, it influences how others respond to you. When you take care of yourself, the world takes notice. Invest in your grooming, posture, and hygiene. These things signal that you respect yourself and expect others to do the same. Make your appearance reflect your ambition, discipline, and self-worth. People judge competence and confidence based on how you present yourself. Use that to your advantage. But your physical presentation is just one part of the puzzle. The real magic happens in the intangible elements of presence. The energy you bring into a room, your ability to connect, and your awareness of social dynamics. Listen intently to others, engage thoughtfully, and make them feel seen and valued. The most magnetic people aren't the loudest in the room. They're the ones who balance strength with warmth, authority with approachability. Charisma isn't about dominating the space. It's about creating a presence that draws others in. Want to know the secret to being unforgettable? It's not about impressing people with flashy tricks or loud statements. It's about making them feel important. Learn to read body language, mirror positive energy, and create an atmosphere where others feel at ease in your presence. Cultivating presence isn't a one-off task. It's a lifelong commitment. But guess what? Today is the day you stop blending in and start standing out, not by force, but by becoming a version of yourself that commands attention without effort. Presence isn't just about how you look. It's about how you feel inside. When you walk with certainty, the world can't help but recognize your power. Walk as if you belong. Speak as if you're meant to be heard. Live like you've already arrived at the highest version of yourself. The more you reinforce these habits, the more natural they become. Soon, your presence will be so magnetic, it's impossible to ignore. So, change your appearance, upgrade your style, fix your grooming, and invest in your image. Speak with authority. No more filler words or hesitation. Drop the weak body language. Listen more, talk less. People respect those who are composed and calculated. Let's move to day 5, relentless execution. Here's the thing. Most people live in the world of theory. They're trapped in a never-ending loop of planning, hesitation, and self-doubt. They consume knowledge, analyze every angle, dream of success, but they never take that crucial step that separates dreamers from doers. They never execute. They wait for the perfect moment, hoping circumstances will align before they take action. But that moment, it never comes, and they stay stuck. Today, you break free. You become the rare individual who turns vision into action. You stop theorizing and start building. The difference between the successful and the unsuccessful isn't luck or intelligence. It's the courage to act despite uncertainty. Forward movement, even if small, is always better than endless planning. You're going to develop an unshakable habit of execution. You won't wait for the perfect moment because you understand that action itself creates momentum. Every great achiever in history faced doubt and adversity, but they kept moving forward regardless. Success isn't about flawless execution. It's about the ability to adapt, learn, and course correct along the way. Today, you push forward even if the path isn't clear. You take calculated risks. You eliminate excuses. You embrace the unknown. Execution is a muscle, and you're going to train it daily. The more you act, the more confidence you build. The more confidence you build, the more action you take. That cycle of execution is what separates the elite from the average. So stop overanalyzing, stop second-guessing. Take that single step that moves you closer to your goals. Apply for that job, launch that project, have that difficult conversation, or step out of your comfort zone. Act now. No hesitation, no delay. This is your moment to prove to yourself that you're not like most people. You execute. You build. You move forward. The Stoics understood that action, not contemplation, defines your character. Marcus Aurelius said, "You should not discuss what a good man is like. You should be one." That's the essence of execution. Stop theorizing. Stop waiting. Act. Stoicism teaches that we must not be slaves to hesitation or fear of failure. Instead, we embrace premeditatio malorum, the practice of anticipating obstacles and preparing for them. When you execute with this mindset, failure isn't a roadblock, it's a lesson. Seneca put it perfectly. Difficulties strengthen the mind as labor does the body. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to grow, to develop resilience, and to refine your strategy. So don't just sit there. Take action. You've been waiting for the right moment to act, right? Well, here's a shocking truth. That moment doesn't exist. It's all in your head. The only thing standing between you and success is your ability to execute. Let go of what's out of your control, the external chaos, the perfect timing, all of it. What you control is your effort, discipline, and the decisions you make right now. Epicurus had it right. There are things we can control and things we can't. The only thing that matters is where you put your focus. Stop worrying about the outside noise and double down on what's within your reach. Make decisions swiftly, decisively. No second guessing. Relentless execution is your ticket to freedom, not waiting for the stars to align. The Stoics knew this. An unfulfilled life isn't because of what happens to you. It's because of what doesn't happen. Hesitation robs you of your future. Bold, disciplined steps forward every day. That's the code. That's how you take action. Not when it feels easy, not when you feel ready, but when the moment demands it. Accountability is key. Announce your goals to someone who's going to hold your feet to the fire. Set deadlines that force you to act. Without this, you'll fall back into your comfort zone. And comfort is the enemy of execution. If you're too comfortable, you're not growing. The trick? Introduce deliberate discomfort. Get up earlier. Take on challenges that push you past your limits. Those moments when it feels unnecessary, that's the moment you push hardest. This is how you train your mind to see discomfort not as a setback, but as fuel for greatness. Here's the harsh truth. Hesitation kills progress. Every second you spend doubting is a second lost. The greatest leaders, innovators, and warriors, they make decisions fast and correct them as they go. You don't need to have it all figured out. Just trust yourself, act decisively, and leave indecision in the dust. Bold action breeds confidence. People respect those who act with certainty. Now, let's talk about radical responsibility. No one is coming to save you. You're in charge. You are the architect of your life, your actions, your growth. The sooner you own this truth, the sooner you'll stop making excuses. You stop blaming the world for your lack of progress. Instead, you channel all that energy into decisive action. The road to mastery is built on relentless execution. There will be failures, setbacks, and obstacles. But those who keep moving forward despite the roadblocks, they win. When you shift your focus from seeking perfection to prioritizing progress, you become unstoppable. The next game changer, build a system to review and refine your progress every single day. What worked, what didn't, adjust your approach, but never stop moving forward. This consistent feedback loop accelerates your growth and keeps you on the path to greatness. Now, the real kicker, momentum. The hardest part of any task? Starting. But once you begin, everything else builds on top. Small wins snowball into bigger victories. The more consistently you execute, the more natural it becomes. That's how you create a cycle of continuous action that fuels your success. No more thinking, waiting, or hesitating. It's time to step forward with purpose, to become the kind of person who makes things happen. No matter what's going on around you, The more you execute, the more unstoppable you become. The more you execute, the more unstoppable you become. But here's the catch. This isn't just about hitting your goals. It's about transforming into someone who moves through life with purpose, intention, and power. Execution. That's the foundation of greatness. So here's the choice in front of you. Will you stay stuck in hesitation, or will you step forward boldly, take action, and claim the life you've been dreaming of? It's time to take massive action on that one goal you've been avoiding. The longer you hesitate, the weaker you get. You need to train yourself to embrace discomfort, to push through the pain, the rejection, and the fear without hesitation. Do something today that scares you. Talk to that person. Apply for that job. Say yes to the challenge. Fear and doubt will always be there. What matters is whether you let them dictate your life. Success? It's not about motivation. It's about systems, structure, and consistency. Motivation is like a temperamental friend. It's there when you least need it and gone when you need it most. But systems? They show up every day. Systems are the secret sauce that creates discipline, and discipline is what turns potential into results. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. And here's the magic. A strong system means that even on days when you're not feeling it, progress still happens. The difference between the dreamers and the achievers, it's not talent or intelligence. It's their ability to create and follow a system that makes success inevitable. The key to long-term success is automating habits that move you forward rather than relying on willpower. Design your environment to make success inevitable. Create routines that align with your biggest goals. Eliminate distractions like their bad habits. When you build a solid system, consistency becomes second nature. Execution becomes automatic. Here's what happens next. You'll stop wasting energy debating whether or not to work out, eat healthy, or focus on your goals. It becomes second nature. Systems remove the friction that causes hesitation and replace it with action. The fewer decisions you have to make, the more energy you can put into executing. When your day is structured, your efforts compound, and that's when exponential growth happens. The most successful people in history weren't the most motivated. They were the most systematic. They created predictable, repeatable patterns that led them to greatness. To build your own system, identify the core habits that will drive your progress. Break them down into manageable steps. Integrate them into your daily routine and track your progress relentlessly. Refine your system as you go. Success is not about bursts of effort. It's about steady, disciplined action over time. The Stoics had this down. They knew success wasn't about chasing fleeting motivation. It was about consistently acting in line with your values and goals. Seneca said, "Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity." The Stoics didn't leave their success to chance. They built structured systems that kept them moving forward, ensuring they lived virtuously and effectively. Marcus Aurelius was the master of structured self-reflection. Every day he wrote in his meditations, aligning his thoughts with his values. This process itself was a system. By regularly reviewing your actions and refining them, you ground your growth in a reliable framework of self-improvement. You're no longer at the mercy of emotions. You're building something sustainable. And here's the final piece of the puzzle, the Stoic principle of the dichotomy of control. Epictetus taught us to focus only on what we can control. Stop sweating the things you can't. Focus on what you can do today to move the needle forward. Keep your eyes on the prize, act decisively, and let the chips fall where they may. What's within your power? Your actions, your decisions, and your responses, everything else, it's out of your hands. The Stoic philosophy teaches us to focus on what we control, your actions, your mind, and your decisions. Build your life around that idea. Let go of the distractions, the external factors, the things you can't change. Focus your energy on what you can do right now to move forward. Obstacles are inevitable. There's no denying that. But here's the twist. A disciplined system doesn't just prepare you for challenges, it absorbs them. You've got a strategy in place that keeps you on track no matter how tough things get. Anticipate those roadblocks. Plan for them. When they come, don't panic. They're already accounted for. Challenges? They don't derail you. They refine your path. Here's the real kicker. By applying Stoic principles to your life, you're transforming success from some random outcome into a guaranteed result. You're no longer relying on inspiration or willpower. You're building a life where discipline is effortless. Every action you take is a step toward the person you want to become. Success doesn't belong to those who hope it will happen. It belongs to those who create frameworks that ensure it does. Design a system where discipline becomes your default state. When that happens, success isn't a question of if, but when. The sooner you set up the system, the sooner you'll be unrecognizable from the person you were just a week ago. You'll become someone who doesn't wait for motivation to strike. You just do the work. Set a strict schedule. Prioritize what moves the needle and batch tasks to minimize distractions. Make productivity automatic. Your daily routine should align with the new version of yourself, and you need to stick to it like it's non-negotiable. But here's where it gets even more interesting. Transformation isn't just about change. It's about solidification. Your old self will try to creep back in, seeking comfort in the familiar, but there's no neutral ground anymore. Every choice you make from this point forward is either strengthening your new identity or dragging you back into old habits. There's no going back. So, how do you lock this in for good? Set a long-term vision. Think a month ahead, a year. What kind of person do you want to become over the course of your life? Write it down. Visualize it daily. Align every decision you make with this new vision of yourself. Keep refining your systems, your routines, and your environment to ensure growth is your default. Surround yourself with people who elevate you. Cut out anything or anyone that brings you back to who you were. This isn't the end. It's just the beginning. You've done in 1 week what most people fail to do in a lifetime. You've proven that change is fast, real, and within your reach. Now, you need to live it, breathe it, never look back. Reflect on the changes that made the biggest impact. Set long-term goals aligned with this new version of you. Surround yourself with people who push you forward. Write down your new identity. Who are you now? What do you stand for? What will you never tolerate again? 1 week ago, you were a different person. Now, you're transformed. And if you can do this in a week, imagine what you can accomplish in a month, a year, or even a lifetime. Most people will wake up tomorrow unchanged, stuck in the same routines. But you've chosen the path of transformation. The question now is, will you stay on this path, or will you slip back into mediocrity? The choice is yours. But remember, once you see the truth, you can't unsee it. You've got the blueprint. Now it's time to execute. Become unrecognizable.